Hello! So we have transiting moon in Pisces, conjunct Jupiter in Pisces. It'll be conjunct Neptune in Pisces over the next basically like day and a half or so. What does this mean? It means that our emotions, our deeper emotions are being highlighted during this time. Sun is in Cancer, Moon, Jupiter, Neptune are all in Pisces. Whenever the moon is in Pisces, it's kind of a trippy time in a way already. Our subconscious is coming to the foreground. Whenever the moon is in a water energy, that's true, but especially in Pisces, it's a sense of being directly connected to the subconscious. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling lost, this is a wonderful time to go within and seek to understand the core of why you're feeling that way. And meditation is a wonderful tool to be able to help with this. Being able to sleep and rest yourself so you can be more grounded and be able to handle all of these emotions. Because we're dealing with not only the Venus and Mars and Leo energy, like we talked about yesterday, with all this fire, but also all this water too. And I think that, especially with Mercury still being in Gemini, this is such a great time to be able to go within our emotions and understand ourselves, what we're feeling, what we need, etc., to a really great way. And the best way to do that isn't so much, I mean, asking logical questions can be helpful. The mind can be helpful with this, of course. But ultimately, we need to plunge into the emotions. Again, we need to meditate. We need to. Another thing is, not only is sleep great for us to be able to handle our emotions, as well as just our bodies and everything else, our minds, it's also great, especially during times like these, because it offers us dreams. And when I was sleeping, I had a dream that I usually don't have nightmares. I don't even know if I would call this a nightmare. I guess you could say it's that. I usually don't have really negative dream experiences. Um, I think because it's because I have Moon and Cancer in the house of Pisces natally, so I'm used to the subconscious. I'm used to uh, symbols and understanding and feeling, gut feeling, instinctive, psychic receptivity to the universe. So it's like, oh, okay, cool, this is what's going on, etc. And even when I woke up, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it was just a dream. All right, cool. But yeah, I just want to share my experience with my dream. And please, if you have had dreams over the last day or the next couple days, or just in general and it's still on your mind, please feel free to share. I love, or if you'd like to get a reading to go really in depth, then please reach out to me for a reading because I love dream interpretation. It's always a fun experience. There's always really interesting insights, even in the most seemingly random of phenomena. So, anyways, this dream. Hold on, before I get into the specific stuff, I just want to make sure I covered everything. Yeah, okay. There is going to be a point to this dream. It's not just me telling, a personal story. So I had this dream where I was in this kind of, I guess, contest, kind of group seminar working on songs. And for those who don't know, I'm a musician as well. And it's a really huge part of my life. And again, especially with Venus and Mars transiting, it's like, I mean, it's always a big part of my life because I have these energies natally, but it's been like brought to the foreground even more so. Anyway, so I had this dream, and the entire time that all these people were working on songs, and it was kind of like this cooperative but also competitive thing. I was missing my guitar. Somebody apparently had stolen my guitar, and it's weird because my guitar looks different than usual. It was teal and it had like glitter on it. It was very beautiful, but I prefer like a all black guitar. It just looks good. I like it. Anyway, so the entire time I was looking for it, and I woke up, and by the way, I couldn't find it, and I was really getting frustrated, and I don't usually experience these kind of experiences. I usually don't experience like a nightmare type situation, and it was a very frustrating experience. I was caught up in the dream. I think that's something for all of us to gain from is we want to make sure that we're not too caught up in our emotions, whether we're in our waking dream of being awake or we're in a sleeping dream. We want to make sure that we recognize that we're able to always rechart our course at any time in life, and then we can grow. And if there's something that we need to let go of, we need to invite the universe into our lives, God into our lives, however you want to put it, our higher selves. All these forces, these concepts are connected. And we want to ask for that guidance to gracefully let go of what we don't need. And that was one of the big things I got from that dream. And I think in general, whether awake or asleep, the moon being conjunct Jupiter as it will be for the next day, and even over the next 2 days, being in the same region of space known as Pisces, there's a lot of lessons to be gained as per our emotions. And the lesson I got from the stream, which was pretty immediate, once I woke up, I'm like, okay, I get it, is don't hold on to attachments. This guitar is really beautiful, it's very shiny, it you know, I'm feeling really good in general about creating passionately in my life. I'm about to finally this year, certainly within the next year, but hopefully this year, record my first publicly released album with my band. It's just so much stuff is coming together, but we have to recognize in life that we have to trust the overall flow of our lives. We have to trust that we're co-creating with the universe, with God, however you want to put it. And we can't control certain things. And this guitar being stolen, I couldn't control it. And I had such attachment to it. I was frantic. I mean, for a long time, who knows how long, I was searching for it while other people were working on stuff, creating stuff, moving forward regardless. And I think that was the lesson, was don't have attachments that bind you down. And for all of us, you know, seek to understand the true power. Yes, I need a guitar to make certain sounds, of course, but the real power for all of us to create whatever, artistically or just in our lives in general, is us. We don't need anything to be able to do that. And I think that that's what this trans is all about. What that dream was teaching me was don't get too attached to objects, and recognize that the power is truly within. And I think that was part of it too, with the whole like contest thing. I didn't really feel at peace there. I didn't feel like it was my place. Excuse me. And I woke up with that feeling too of like, okay, so don't get attached to stuff, and also don't enter stuff that isn't meant for you. Like, you don't need that shit. Like, you know, other people wanted it, they liked it, it was cool, whatever. But I had that distinct feeling of like, all I really needed was to express myself on my own, or with some other, like, you know, cool bandmates or whatever. And again, I think that comes back to that lesson of don't get attached to any external stuff either, you know, like competitions or accolades. All that is projection. Ultimately, the real power of the self is the self. Excuse me. And when you know that, then you're free. So again, feel free, any kind of dream experiences or just insights, spiritual insights, philosophical insights. This is a beautiful time to be experiencing these things, or emotional things that you're going through. Feel free to share. It's always a safe space in these forums. And I think that's really the key is be in tune with your subconscious. Consciously focus on being in tune with your subconscious over the next 2 days. And you can have a really lovely time. And as I always say, we have the option at every time in our life to either be creating a dream or create a nightmare. And what's beautiful about the Moon and Pisces trans is it really illuminates clearly where we are. If you're feeling out of touch with yourself, again, go deep within. Find your dream, find the means to make it a reality, see what you have to do, make a plan. You know, don't just get caught in the emotion here. We want to be active. We want to be setting the plan, setting the goal, and moving forward with each step. And being patient and graceful with it, but being proactive. So if you do start to feel lost, focus on that. That's really important. And I think that's how you avoid the nightmare. It's always our choice. And it can take a while. It's a lot easier said than done sometimes to change it from a downward spiral to an upward spiral, but we always have that option. As always, I'm doing readings. Feel free to get in contact with me. Infinite love to you, my friends. Namaste.